Hi, and welcome to Wisdom from the Angels. Hi, my name is Carolyn, and I want to welcome you to the channel. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it for email notifications. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Excuse me. Alexa, off. Thank you. Alexa gets a mind of her own sometimes. Everything you need to know about me is in the box below. How to reach me, and I have two announcements. First, I'd like to apologize to the channel. People have been making comments on the channel, and I have not been receiving them. They're not showing up on my side. I realized this a couple of days ago, and I started to return messages to subscribers. So if you send me a message and you don't hear from me within like 2 or 3 days on the channel, feel free to reach out through email. And the email is very simple. It's wisdomfromtheangels@gmail.com. Also, we have a new reading we're going to be doing. Alexa, off. Alexa, off. We also have a new reading I'm going to be introducing today, and it's called The Divine Message. All right, so we're going to go ahead and clear the air by ringing my little sound bowl. It's so small, but it makes a lot of noise. And then I'm going to do the invocation to call in the angels. And I hope that I do keep hearing from you. Please do start to leave things down in the comments. Maybe it's because there isn't enough interaction. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Sometimes I don't think YouTube knows what YouTube is doing. The algorithm keeps changing, as it does with all technology. But anyway, I hope you'll keep reaching out, and I will be on the lookout a little bit more diligently than I have been in the past. Oh, I do have another announcement. The other announcement that I have is, I know in the past I've done daily readings here on YouTube, but if you're looking for a daily message from me, go on over to Instagram. I have an Instagram channel over there, and it's called Wisdom from the Angels, and I do daily, every single day, messages over there. So that might be of help to anyone who's looking for a message. I'm still working out whether I'm going to do weekly readings or just a daily message or whatever. I'm not quite sure. Also, September is Angel Month. So reach out to the angels that you're used to calling in or that show up in your world, and really start to rely on them to bring you guidance, and reach out to even more angels than you might have in the past. And you know what we say on this channel when we're not sure which angel to reach out to? We say, angels, get the flock in here. And that's no disrespect to the angels. That's simply saying, I'm in need of your assistance, and I honor your assistance. And it's also, the angels like to have fun. So have fun. You know, life's short, and it's time that we lighten up. I mean, we've all been through a lot this last year and a half. And it's about time that we decide to, you know what, it happened. It is still going on. I can be happy, I can be safe, and I can be healthy, and I can have fun. And especially this weekend. This is the last weekend of summer, officially dubbed that way. I don't know if it is or not. September is a great month. It is Virgo season, so happy birthday to all my fellow Virgos. I am a Virgo. My birthday is September the 19th, and there are several, it's interesting because there are several other tarot readers on YouTube who are also born on September 19th. But also, it is a time where children are going back to school, and and it's kind of ingrained in us that it's time to go back to school. Fall is coming, and with fall comes the beginning of the holiday season. Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and, Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. So we have a lot of interesting things that start to pick up as the year starts to end and unfold. I'm also going to be offering several courses and classes and workshops that can be done from the comfort of your home. So I'm going to announce those next week. I'm going to be working this week to get all the pieces of the puzzle pulled together. And I'm also working on a new website. And I bet you can't guess the name of it. Wisdom from the Angels. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's read, okay? The reading today is the divine message. Let's see what comes up. But first, let's clear the air. Take some deep breaths in. Don't close your eyes if you're driving or on public transportation. Anyway. I'm smiling because my puppy woke up like, what in the world? Mama, what are you doing now? Alrighty, let's go ahead and call in the angels. I want to hold a crystal. Aha. Celestite. What is it connected to? The angelic realm. Perfect for divine messages. Look at that. Look how that worked out. I did not plan it that way. I promise I didn't. It was just sitting here on my desk. I mean, I have crystals all over at my house. But anyway, yes. Alrighty. So, and we're going to heart link. Remember, middle finger, thumb, from which process? Integrated energy therapy. And what is this called? What is this, I guess you call it mudra or sign called? It's called the what? Heartlink. And what does it do? It starts off an energetic vibration from our thumb, from our fingers, all the way up our arms, through our heart, third eye, crown chakra, our soul cluster, and on up into the angelic realm. It's basically you're calling in the angels. I mean, you don't have to go through all that, but you can. And you can do it silently too. You can also do it like if you're you have your hands in your pocket and say you're someplace where people are a little close and you're uncomfortable, you're starting to get anxious, or you're feeling maybe unsafe. You can always heart link it and just, silently ask the angels to come in and protect you and surround you and keep you away from cooties. Not want other people's cooties. No. We're not sharing. If you got cooties, keep them. That is not something we want in abundance. That's not the kind of abundance we're talking about. Anyway, back to the reading. I'm being so silly. Anyway, this is what happens when I have lunch first and then do the reading, I guess. Angels, please accept our Heartlink invitation and join our energy with yours. Please surround us, guide us, and protect us, and bring in what is for our highest good and highest healing. Bring in what is for the highest good and healing of all. Bring in what is the highest and healing for the planet. Angels, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for all of our many, many blessings. Angels, we're now going to bring in the energy of the archangels. We're going to bring in the energy of our own spiritual teams. We're bringing in the energy of the cherubs and the seraphims and all of the angelic choir. We're bringing in the energy of Archangel Michael to surround us and protect us. We're bringing in the energy of Archangel Raphael to help with all the trauma and healing that needs to take place. We're bringing in Archangel Ariel to help with the healing of the planet and all of nature, and to help calm down some of the storms that are going on right at the moment. We're bringing in Archangel Chamuel to extend love to each and every one of us, which is unconditional love. We're bringing in Archangel Uriel to spread even more wisdom throughout the land. We're bringing in the messages of Gabriel to help us be very, very clear about what it is we truly desire. And we're bringing in Angel Sarah, the great manifester. She's known as the bulldog of manifesting, to bring in our deepest and deepest true desires. Angels, we are so thankful for each and everything you do for us. We're so thankful you are in our life. We are so thankful that you watch over us and support us. Angels, we're bringing in our guardian angels, and we're saying thank you to each and every one of them on our teams. We're bringing in blessings for Mother Earth. May she continue to heal. May she continue to grow. And may all that are in any storm's way remember this too shall pass, and may you be safe, and may your families be healthy. And if not, understand that the divine is with you. It will all work out. I know maybe not right now, but in divine timing, it will all work out. We are also grateful for Father Sky, for all that is provided, for the sunshine, to the moon rising, to all of the things that come from the sky. We are so grateful and thank you. Thankful for each and everything that comes and happens here on the planet. It is all about us realigning and aligning to our highest and best good as a human race. Wow, that was interesting. Thank you, angels. Thank you, 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 thank you. All right, so some of the comments that have been coming up, I'm going to just quickly go into this while I'm figuring out I'm listening to which cards they'd like me to pull today. Some of the comments have been absolutely amazing. They've asked questions. Are certain angels connected with certain star systems and things like that? Well, there's a thought process that the angels are stars in their own right, and that they are sent here from the divine as messengers. Now, some people ask, well, why do we need angels if we have God? Well, that's absolutely right. Also, think of it this way. The divine has also provided us with additional support. Why do I keep saying, just go ahead and say, angels, get the flock in here? Having names is one of the first things that happen to us humans here on the planet. Angels are not so concerned about names. They're more concerned that you call on them and give them permission to work in your life. Now, they're not going to show up and do anything until you give them permission. Now, your guardian angels are a little different in that they walk with you each and every day along your way. Now, some people have one, some people have more than one. And you can sit in meditation, and if you meditate or pray, and ask them to show up for you, and also to ask them what their names are. But my point that I'm getting to is that names are a construct of the human race. It separates us from to know what to call someone else. Angels aren't so particular. They're like, if you're saying, angels, get the flock in here, you're basically saying, send in exactly what I need for the situation that I've described. That's basically it. And the angels will come in. Now, maybe one will come in, maybe more will come in, maybe a flock will come in, maybe be enough to fill up your space. Just really start to understand that the angels are there to help you. They are never going to do anything that isn't for your highest good and highest healing. And they're only going to bring to you what your soul needs to grow. Now, your soul also has a little, well, I won't say little, but has a part in this. In that, your soul can say, this is where I believe they need to grow. Now, some things that you may see are negative continue to show up in your life. See what you're asking for. See how you're asking. Are you asking in a positive way? Are you asking in a thankful way where you're showing gratitude? Remember, gratitude is one of the highest forms of blessing that we can show. And if we show that to the universe and we talk to the universe in a loving, welcoming, positive, forward-thinking way, then things can turn around. on a dime, faster than you and I can do when we use the angels to support us and help us. What do I mean? Continue to ask for something and it doesn't show up. Like you're saying, I want the most loving, kind, loyal person in the world to be my partner and my soulmate for life. At the same time, you are back in a relationship with someone that you know hurt you very deeply over and over again. I'm not saying someone can't make one mistake, but I am saying if they've showed that behavior more than once, get the message and move on, because they're not going to change. They're not. They're not. You can't make them change. You can't force them to change. And if you say you let go of one person, but the same type of person keeps showing up in your life, doing similar behaviors, that's something that you haven't resolved within yourself. How do you resolve it? There's several different ways you can resolve something that continues to show up that is not what you see as positive. You can forgive yourself for it showing up. You can forgive yourself for any behaviors that you are exhibiting that are showing up. Because remember, the thing about energy is like attracts like. All right? Okay, so let me get on into this. And yeah, that might be another message that I bring to you. Yeah, let's write that down. Maybe we'll do one on energetic shifts and how to make that happen, because I think that would be very helpful for people to know. Okay. All right. So I was directed to bring out 3 different decks for the divine message today. I do tell people what my decks are simply because, number one, it ain't a big secret. You can look at the back of a card and figure out the deck. Or if somebody says, oh, it's so-and-so and so says so-and-so and so on the card, go look it up online. That's what Google's for. And if you feel like you would like to be able to, say on your day-to-day, pick a card and see what's going on, this is a way to do it. The reason that you might go to someone for a reading is that person may be using their clairsentient, they can hear, see, feel, touch, all of those things. Or you may be someone like myself who channels. So I was working with a client the other day, and she said, well, if any additional messages come through, tell me. Well, I couldn't tell her. She fell asleep. And she was in Florida. I'm in California. So when she woke up, she was kind of foggy, and I said, well, would it be better if I just put it in an email to you? Because after I do a session on all clients, I send them an email just kind of saying, this is what I saw come up. These might be possible suggestions, remembering I am not your attorney, I am not your CPA, I am not any of those things. Whatever actions you take are yours. You're an adult. Be responsible. And she said, oh my God, that's what I told her came through is a dream she had later that night. And she said, oh, that makes perfect sense. She said, because I woke up before the dream finished. And I think you filled it in, although you saw the ending before I even finished the session or went to sleep. And I didn't send it to her till the next day. So it made more sense to her receiving the note the next day to say, hey, this is what came up. She called me. She was like crying. She was like, oh my God, you saw the end of the dream that I couldn't sleep through. I woke myself up. Not because it was so scary, but because it was so real to her. All right? Okay, so that's something that does happen in a session. So that may be another reason why you might go to someone for a reading. You might need to have that additional confirmation or information that isn't showing up perhaps when you're doing your day-to-day readings, okay? So let me share with you the decks I have been called to pull in today is the Guardian Angel deck, the Angel Wishes deck, and the Angel Whispers deck. Glare on here. Okay, so now let's get into the reading for the divine message. The divine message for today is every day is a new beginning. Think about that. Every day you get up, you have a new opportunity to start your day fresh. You have an opportunity to really shift things if that is a choice you feel you can make. The next message that's coming out is seeing a butterfly as a confirmation that your nature's spirits are working with you. Nature works with us. We just didn't learn how to pay attention. We also, our bodies speak to us and they tell us, I need more vitamin D, I need more vitamin B, I need this, I need that. We just weren't taught how to listen to our bodies. Our ancestors were, the Native American or indigenous tribes were, and our ancestors were in many cases unable to pass that down to us, that knowledge, that wisdom, that old ancient juicy stuff that if we had it today, oh my goodness, how much more healthier would we be? I mean, think about it. We live at a time in history where there are so many innovations. Technology is off the chain. Things are just happening faster than we can keep our eye on. Look, we're in September. We just finished saying Happy New Year. So, here we are. But yet people are getting sicker than ever. New diseases are coming out. All these variants of COVID. Like, what? Why? Because the wisdom of the ancients and our ancestors was not shared with us. So take a moment, step back. One place you can look is look to nature. Butterflies are showing up. Go online, Google it. What does a butterfly mean? Butterfly means transformation. What does the color mean? Look it up. Do work for yourself because, once again, time to take responsibility for your life. Start taking ownership of learning for yourself. Don't just rely on some random person like me that you ran across on YouTube. Don't take what they say as the gospel. If it doesn't resonate with you, go do some research for yourself. It never hurts. It never hurts to get smarter or to learn something new. In fact, one of my teachers said, try to learn something new every day. I challenge you to do that. The next message is, look at the clouds to see the answer you seek from your angels. Once again, nature. If you lay on the ground and you look up at the clouds and something has been bothering you or on your mind, sometimes you're going to see a formation that says, The other day I was sitting at the beach. I try to go down at least once a week and sit for an hour or two. And this little boy was running around, and all of a sudden he started crying, and his mother wasn't watching him the whole time. And, he was very young, but maybe 2 years old. And, Mama, you don't love me because you're not watching. And she said, honey, I do love you. And he was like, no, you don't. You don't love me. And she said, I do love you. And she made the heart, with her hands. And she said, yes, you're my heart. And he said, all of a sudden his eyes got big as saucers. He stopped crying and he said, Mama, look. And in the sky, true story, there was a cloud formation and it looked like it had a heart in it. And he ran and hugged her and he said, Mama, look, you do love me. So look around you. You never know what the universe is trying to show you until you start paying attention. So stop always rushing, hustle, and pay attention. Because if you don't slow down sometimes, you're going to get slowed down. I promise you that. Because I've watched a whole lot of people that I know and love who were hustle. Very successful people. Extremely successful people. And they didn't pay attention to that little bump. They didn't pay attention to that pain. They took Tylenol or Aleve and went on their way. And so it shows up when the universe is trying to get your attention, it'll show up as discomfort. Then it'll show up as dis-ease. So that we don't get past the discomfort stage, let's try and take care of it. Okay, so whatever is bothering you, whatever's on your mind, whatever's weighing heavily, maybe get out in nature. Go for a walk, go for a hike, go sit down somewhere and just be still. Don't take your phone or put your phone on silence. Don't read a book. Just look around. The answers are in front of you. They really are. Pay attention. Fall is a great time to start really paying attention. Actually, any season is, any day is. Start to pay attention, because I guarantee you, the question that you've been asking, the answers are right in front of you. And this says, be patient, because all is well. And it is. Everything is unfolding in divine order, in divine timing. You know why? Because you're on a divine pathway. I promise you, you are. This is a divine journey you're on. Okay, then I can't make this stuff up. What did the guardian angels say? Affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is what? Thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. And I'm going to say that again. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. Again, be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of life, the universe responds with even greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. So if you weren't sure, I'm going to tell you how you're going to find out if that statement is true. You create your reality. You know how you create your reality? Your thoughts, your feelings, and then your actions. Those are the three ways. You create your reality through your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. I promise you do. Promise you do. Give you an example. Client calls the other day and she says, Carolyn, I think my husband of 25 years is cheating on me. I don't know what to do. I said, okay, what would you like to do? She said, I'd like to know. I said, how would you like to know that? She said, I want to ask the universe. I said, okay. I said, so let me ask you a couple of questions. What makes you think that? She said, I don't know, just my gut feeling says something's off. I said, okay. I said, so have you done any investigating? Because you know women, we go investigate. She said, yeah, but he changed the password on everything. His phone, his iPad, his email accounts. She said, and he started dressing better. He started working out. She said, and sometimes he's telling me he's working late. And if I call, he won't pick up. And when I call the office phone, he doesn't pick up. I said, okay. Did you want to ask him? She said, no, I don't want to ask him. I said, okay. So you're walking around with this thought of my husband is cheating on me. She said, yeah. I said, okay. So we did an angel card reading. She got some answers. Some were less clear. Finally, she said, I've had enough. I'm just going to ask him. She did. She took him out to dinner. She said she did it in a public place so that she wouldn't go ballistic on him. And she asked him, well, are you cheating on me? What's going on? And he told her that he had a wake-up call, that he'd gone in for a physical, and if she thought that him taking better care of himself, really looking out for himself, was cheating on her, and taking time away from them was cheating on her, then yes, he was. And see, she carried this weight around with her for several weeks of he's cheating on me. And meanwhile, he was over here doing something that would help him out. Now, was he wrong not to talk to her about it? That's between them. Every couple works in their own unique way. Was it wrong on her not to go and just ask him? No, there is no right and wrong here. The most important thing is to listen to what is coming through. Trust your gut. Trust it. Trust your gut, because your gut is 100% correct. But it may not be in the way you think it's showing up. And she said, I was about to go home and burn up all his clothes like that movie. And I said, aren't you glad you didn't? Aren't you glad that you finally sat down, like a grown woman should and said, "What's going on? I feel you're cheating on me. Are you?" And when she did that, she said, "Carolyn, when I did that," she said, "I felt lighter all of a sudden." She said, "And then when I heard his response, and then he told her what the lab work had shown, and that he was cruising into a heart attack. And the reason that he wasn't always picking up his phone was because he was at the gym working out more than he had in the past. And he was starting to dress better because he had started to feel down on himself. And like women, everyone at a certain age goes through a midlife crisis. Men do too. They just don't talk about it. But we all go through these periods of highs and lows. But throughout that period, you have several things on your side. Your gut, what you create in your mind, because remember, our thoughts create our feelings and create our actions. Because she said, "I honestly have been pulling away from him." She said, "I want to knock him upside the head rather than talk to him and love him." And she said when she heard what was going on with him, they worked out a routine where they could be together and work out together. They worked out, on Sundays, instead of us coming home from church and just sitting down and having dinner and, doing nothing for the rest of the day, let's have dinner and go for a walk. Let's go for a hike. Let's go do. And they had all of a sudden, she said, all of a sudden, we felt like we were that young couple that had just met and fell in love. She said it was magical. So sometimes you got to step back from the drama, step back from reacting. Remember, I told you on many videos, we have two things we can do to a situation. We can respond or we can react. When we are responding, we're coming from a place where we are in control and we have power and we're loving ourselves enough not to take on negative energy of reacting. Reacting would have been slapping somebody, getting angry, burning up their clothes, running over people with a car, whatever other negative stuff you can think of, you might think to do. Love yourself enough to respond from a place of loving yourself. Forget all that Real Housewives drama. Forget that. Most of it is made up. A lot of it is all about getting ratings. You don't need ratings in your life. You need peace. And if you don't need peace, then figure out what it is you do need and go get it. But what you don't need is more heartache. We need to release that from ourselves. We need to release that from our planet. Because as we hold heartache, we pass it on. It's generational. But when we can release it and end it and bring in a fresh, new vibrancy like harmony and love and joy, imagine what future generations are going to feel. If you're a parent and you're walking around angry all the time in front of your kids, what do you think they're picking up on? What do you think they're listening to? So use your time wisely. Use your time wisely. Because your actions, no one can cause you to act in a certain way. It is a choice you make. Think about that. No one has control over how you react to anything. It is your personal choice. Because no one else can force you to do anything that you do not choose to do. So, that's the divine message for today. I know I might have got off track there for a minute. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it maybe resonates with you. If it does, share it with someone who else may need to hear this message or is down in the dumps. And leave a comment down below. If you don't hear from me in a couple of days, say, hey, Carolyn. Hey. You can always send me an email. I sent you a comment and you didn't respond. You can even put that in the subject. Comment. Anyway, I'm being a little silly here, but I really want you to have the takeaway of you are more powerful than you can imagine. You are a awesome creator. And you have the opportunity right here and right now to say, enough. I'm shifting my perspective and going in a whole new direction. Start today. Start today. It's a good day to start. Any day of the week, start. Don't have to wait for Monday or Sunday. Start. So we can shift this energy in our world and our planet and start to really live lives that are full and prosperous and full of joy. Okay? All right? Okay. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget, give me a thumbs up, share it with someone, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it, and come on back for another message from Wisdom from the Angels. And thank you for showing up.